The last three problems in the lab are fairly straightforward. These are the problems entered into the matrix format, and solving them is really pretty easy. As it turns out, Scientific Notebook can solve these problems. And so what I'd like you to do is solve them and then also verify that the solutions are correct. So this is problem number 3, and this is explained in the previous video. So you should have this one pretty well under control. This one, we can solve this by using compute solve ODE. We can also solve it by separation of variables. In this case, Scientific Notebook correctly gives us this as the result, and so what we can do is write it out like this, and there's the result. The concentration is an exponential function of time. And what I'd like you to do is be able to verify that this is indeed a solution of this equation. So the way to do it is to take the derivative with respect to time. That's the left side, and then also calculate the right side of the differential equation. So the first step, take the derivative with respect to time, and that equals, press evaluate, that equals this. And then the right side is equal to this, and we have to substitute in for the concentration. So that equals minus k times that, which in fact is the same as the derivative. Okay, so here's the verification. We take the derivative and it equals the right hand side. So we're good. And now for this problem, this is, it turns out, a good bit more complicated of a problem, but Scientific Notebook can do it, and we follow the same procedure. We just allow it to use the solve ODE, and here's the result. This problem also can be solved using separation of variables, and you can see that in this case it's a function of b plus x raised to this power of a. So we can get quite a lot of different kinds of solutions depending upon what a looks like. And so the verification is really done the same as before. We take the derivative of this result and we go dx of this stuff here, and that gives us that as the result, and then we substitute it into this side, which is that, and that equals this a over b plus x times c. Well, this is c right here. So the question then is this the same as this? Well, right now it's not exactly in the same form, so we can't really confirm that they're the same. So the first thing that we'll try is to just use simplify. And well, we're in luck, because now we simplify it and Scientific Notebook gives us this for the right hand side and this for the left hand side. We can see they're the same, so we've been able to verify the solution. Now frankly, we lucked out here. Scientific Notebook was able to take this and simplify it into a form that just happens to be the same as what we got on the left hand side. This isn't really always the case. Scientific Notebook is only can do algebra somewhat, and so in this case it was able to do the right thing and give us the result we wanted. But in other cases you need to be prepared to do the algebra by hand, but we should be happy that we can get through the problem with the help of Scientific Notebook for the algebra at this point, and that's really going to be sufficient for doing the problem. So what I want you to do for these three problems is go through and get the result and then verify what the result is, and give some explanation in between these lines. So here I didn't include any text, but you should include a bit of text between each one of these lines explaining how you go from one line to the next.